Good evening, everybody. Jesse Montano out here at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. And Avs fans, you can take a deep breath. It was a great game for Colorado tonight. 5-1, they knock off the Seattle Kraken. And really a game that I thought they pretty much dominated from start to finish. Let's get into it just a little bit here. I loved the Avs start. I thought this was their best start to a game that we've seen in several weeks, maybe even this entire season. They've had a hard time starting on time. I thought tonight they came out of the gates, they looked sharp, their details looked like they were on point, and they looked like they had the right purpose, the right intensity for a game like this that they needed to not only win the game, they needed to have a good game just in general. Again, they start off strong, but for the 10th consecutive time, it is the Seattle Kraken that score the first goal against the Avalanche. Going back to last season's playoffs, it was Brandon Tanev returning to the lineup, gets a rebound goal, and that really gave the Seattle Kraken a shot of life. If you were the Avs, you started to wince a little bit, saying, oh man, maybe here we go again. They were able to get things under control, and I really thought the whole game turned when it looked like the Seattle Kraken had taken a 2-0 lead with a shorthanded goal off kind of a fumbled play by COL McCarr. They go down, score a goal. Right before the puck is dropped, Jared Bednar signals the refs over, challenges for goaltender interference, and after I watched the replay, it was absolutely the right call, and the refs agreed. That goal comes back, and I really did think that the ice started to tilt the Avs' direction after that play. It wasn't too much long. It was in the second period. Not long after that, Mikko Rantanen finally gets the Avs on the board on the road. It hadn't been since October 24th with 31 seconds left against the New York Islanders since the Avs had scored a goal away from Ball Arena. You could just tell it was a weight lifted. I have in my notes here, right before that goal, I thought the Avs looked tense. It looked like they were really gripping the stick a little bit. That goal from Mikko Rantanen just completely loosened them up and allowed them to, I think, just kind of start playing hockey again. Right after that, Ross Colton adds to it on the power play, and the Avs were off and rolling. The ice just kind of tilted in their direction, and really they took over there the rest of the way. Jonathan Drouin gets on the board. COL McCarr gets on the board despite the hostile environment, and Val Nichushkin adds one in the late goings just for good measure. You get depth contributions. You get your stars contributing. It really was a good night for the Avs, and maybe the best part of it for the whole thing for the coaching staff is Sam Malinski and Caleb Jones get inserted into the lineup in favor of Josh Manson and Sam Girard, and Jared Bednar sang their praises. Sam Malinski making his NHL debut. Thought both those guys were fantastic tonight.
I thought they were good. Yeah, I thought, that's Sam's first NHL game, gets his family in. I thought he was better than good. He was good on the defensive side of it. His puck moving was solid. He was up and involved in the offensive side of it, which is sort of like his one of the strengths to his game. And then Caleb, I thought, was like borderline outstanding. I thought same kind of thing. Checked hard, played with some physicality, no problems in the coverage on the defensive side of things, and then he was up and involved in a bunch of nice plays in the offensive zone as well. And so I don't know his game, even though he's played more in the NHL. I've seen Sam now and been watching him with the Eagles and in our camps, and we had him at camp, so I probably know him a little bit better. But I thought both guys, for coming in, and we take that every night from those guys, but coming in their first game to be able to do that, I thought was excellent.
Being able to give the group that kind of shot of life and just, a little bit of a spark there on the back end, I thought was big. This team seemed dialed in today. I really did. I came into this game after watching morning skate, after watching warm-ups, and I did. I felt like they were going to come out with a win. They seemed like they had their mind in the right place. I do think that last game against St. Louis did serve as a bit of a wake-up call that, hey, if you're going to try to sleepwalk through this and just out-skill teams to wins, it's not going to happen. You're going to end up on the wrong side of it more often than not. I thought this was a mature veteran win tonight, and you like to see a lot of different contributions. And again, as Jared Bednar said, like to see guys getting inserted in the lineup, making a difference as well. Last little note here for me, I thought Alexander Georgiev was really good. Joey Decord started off the game really strong for Seattle, made some big saves. Alexander Georgiev had to match that in order to keep the Avs in the game. I thought he did, and that was what partially allowed the Avs to still be in it, only down 1-0 halfway through the game when things kind of started to roll for them. So just overall, a really, really good game for the Avs from start to finish. We talked a lot about them needing to play 60 minutes. I thought we saw them do that tonight. And then I do just have to give a little bit of a shout out to Jonathan Drouin. Such a great guy to chat with in the room. Keeps such a positive attitude. We had talked to him. We had talked to Jared Bednar in days and weeks leading up. The chances were there for him. They just weren't quite going in. Nice to see him get rewarded. We're going to wait to see if maybe that does jumpstart him and maybe that top line a little bit as well. So the Avs take care of business here, 5-1 against the Seattle Kraken. A bounce-back win they desperately needed. We're heading home tomorrow as the Avs will get back on the ice here at home. But for tonight, they get to feel good. 5-1 win, Colorado Avalanche over the Seattle Kraken.